holidays, and Taylor Swift's getting married on your birthday.
And Taylor Swift is getting married on my birthday.
Another crazy thing
Do you know
that's
what
happening.
else? I found out, I don't know how, my parents found this out, that Travis Kelce has Croatian roots through his mother.
Girl,
And I
you're
was
like
like,
cousins.
oh my god, we're related to Travis Kelce, which means adjacently we're related to Taylor Swift.
Wow.
I don't make the rules.
I'm sending with royalty, guys. That's what I'm hearing right now. That's what it means.
Anyways.
Yes,
That's a fun one, though. I'm
excited.
Looking forward to this one. Okay, welcome to Tea Tales and Talks, where we drink some tea, cover a few mystical tales, and talk about a lot of spooky stuff. I'm Sarah, I'll be your host.
And I'm Mackenzie, I'll be your co-host.
All we ask is that you pour yourself a cup and
don't let your tea get cold.
Yeah.
She finally got it. It only took like 5 episodes.
It's okay.
Woo.
In this episode, we're taking you on a journey, a magical, mystical, spooky, wild, astrological journey, okay? One that may or may not help you understand yourself a little bit better. So grab your favorite zodiac cup and let's take an adventure through the stars. I'm so freaking excited for this one, okay?
I like this one. We're big astro nuts.
We are. And okay, I'll say this part and then I have like another tidbit of things to say. Astrology kind of feels like a dirty word to say.
Oh.
Now in like mainstream media and stuff, because a lot of people take astrology as like, oh my god, you're a Cancer, that means you cry all the time. Oh my god, I hate Geminis. Oh my god. Like, people really have like a large misunderstanding of what astrology is, because it's not just zodiac signs. That is like not even, it's like the very tip top of the iceberg of astrology.
It's a little snowflake.
It's a snowflake
on the iceberg. But that's okay, guys. We're here to help educate.
We are. We're here to I was gonna say we're here to teach you, but in the best way that we can. Although, like we say many times, we're not experts on things. We just know a little bit about a lot of things. So yeah,
Sums me up.
Okay, I do have a formal disclaimer for this episode. Okay, bringing back our disclaimers. This is just for fun, okay? And to help give a little bit more basic knowledge of astrology beyond just your sun sign / zodiac sign. But of course, we aren't experts and we are just theoryologists. And although I did do a lot of research and I do know a lot about astrology and I really like it, for this episode, I did so much research. But I could be wrong about some things. And one of the things about astrology is also, like most divination things, some things are a little bit different depending on who is interpreting them. There are like the main solid foundational aspects of astrology, but okay, that being said, we don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. We're all just here for a good time, okay? Not a long time, just a good time. And as always, we encourage you guys to do your own research and be kind to each other, and we hope that you enjoy this episode. I gotta tell you something. I went to Indigo with my mom the other day. I don't know when, Friday? Doesn't matter.
That? I would love to. I don't go shopping with you and your mom?
For sure, you should go next time.
Sounds so much fun.
We went to Indigo and then we went to Michael's.
Oh my goodness.
So we went in and I bought 3 books, of course. I bought 3 books.
I love you so freaking much.
I bought a special edition of Little Women.
Oh, nice.
Obviously, I had to. That's one of my favorite stories.
I know it is. It's probably gorgeous.
I also bought a special edition of The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
No, but I have one there. I don't know if that's another one. See on the end, the purple one? That's Little Women. I know I have that one. I may have 3 copies, okay? I don't know. I've got a lot of editions. It's my favorite. I love it so much.
She loves her books.
I do. Okay, all of that aside, we were also in the occult section of Indigo.
Oh.
And my mom was looking at tarot cards and stuff, and she was like, "Whoa, this is cool, and this is cute, and whatever."
Nice.
I was like, okay, Mom, she's getting into the books.
Yeah.
She avoided the ghost books.
Yeah.
She avoided the books that were like 300 spells or whatever. She's like, I don't want to look at that.
She's like, no, thank you. Yes.
Ooh, look at the one about herbs, or like, oh, look at this one
Very
about
herbalist.
about astrology. That's cool. And then the ones about crystals. She was into it.
Yes.
Then I found a book, and I want it so badly, but it's $48. It's an astrology book, okay? Mm-hmm. And it's called The History of Astrology, Divination, and Prophecy.
Wow.
So I found...
All in one.
So I found and it's like a big ass.
I was going to say, I can envision it being quite thick with all of those topics all in.
So I found the PDF of it, and I downloaded it onto my iPad.
Good.
Illegally, probably.
Shh, we won't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone. So I was reading through some of it. It is so freaking cool, and also very fitting that I found it like right before we're doing this episode. So I was reading through, just like, it was the first 10 pages, but still, it was a lot of information, and it was really cool. Okay, all of that whole story, I have to say, because the guy who wrote the book, the author of the book, the way he described astrology was really, 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 really cool, and it like really resonated with me. And I think that this is a very good explanation for what astrology is, like more so than just like the stars and the planets have effects on us, which is true. But so he said the word astrology, it's in like Latin or something or whatever, the like conjunction of words, it means the word of the stars or the logic of the stars. It's like something like that. So he explained it. Basically, astrology is like the universe or God is speaking to us as humans, but it's not in a way that we can hear it. It's in a way that we can read it. So everything that we need to know about everything, we can find out. And he explained this whole, like, there's like a couple of universal principles of the world and how life works, and one of the like main ones is that everything in the world is connected, like from the smallest ant over there to Jupiter, everything is connected. But then he was like, to further that, you can find knowledge about anything in the world from one small thing. So he like kind of used an example of like, you can use like looking at like a rock or something to help you solve some like political equation that you need to figure out. Like there's everything in life is connected, and all of the knowledge of the universe is accessible through everything else in the universe. So that I thought was so cool. So then astrology is kind of like, it's like a way to kind of, it's like tapping into that, like the like collective knowledge of everything, but in a way that you can like actually read it. It's like, you don't have to like dig that deep to like figure it out. It's like, okay, looking at certain things means certain things, and learning how to read that, you get all of the information. It's just so cool. Anyways, I want that book so bad. Anyways, I thought that was like a good explanation, because it's so much more than just like zodiac signs.
Yeah, it's not like, like you said, you're Cancer, you cry a lot. That's just
that is true.
It's true,
unfortunately, for me personally.
But there's so much more
yeah.
that goes into it,
yeah,
that most people don't think about or understand, or don't even try to understand.
Yeah. Even like going into birth charts and stuff, like the way that we understand birth charts here in North America, we have a different birth chart than they have in China, in England. Like there's different types of birth charts based on where you are in the world, which affects you differently. The planets are aligned differently based on where you are on the planet. So everything is it's just cool. Okay. It's so deep. Anyways, okay. So a little basic understanding of what astrology is. Basically, astrology is the study of how the positions and movements of celestial bodies, like the sun or the moon, or like Saturn, Jupiter, all of the planets in our solar system, I'll specify, relate to human personality, behavior, and life events. It divides the sky into 12 zodiac signs, each of which represent different traits and use placements to explore emotions, thinking, desires, action, etc. Astrology can give insight into personality patterns, relationship, career tendencies, and life cycles, helping people to understand themselves and other people better. That is like the most basic version of an explanation that I could give you. Now, some misconceptions about astrology. As there are many.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
A common misconception about astrology is that it's just about your sun sign, or we call them zodiac signs, when in reality, a full chart includes your moon sign, your rising sign, your Mars, your Jupiter, your Saturn, your, oh my god.
The list goes on.
The list goes on. Even things that maybe you've never heard of this before, your Chiron and your Lilith sign and your Midhaven sign. It goes beyond even just planets. It goes all the way to the top.
It keeps going. You think you're done, it just keeps going.
All of these things can have an effect on your personality, on your emotions, on your behaviors. They can also have impacts on the way, how to word this properly, like your path in life, right? Like certain milestones, certain events, things like that. Now, people often assume that astrology will predict exact events. That's an important distinction, but it's more about tendencies, patterns, and becoming self-aware of those patterns and cycles inside of your life, rather than like having concrete like you're going to be married on this date. Like that's not necessarily, but astrology could tell you based on all of these things, it may happen. You have the energy to attract that around this time, but it's rarely this exact date and time. This is going to happen to you, and there's no avoiding it. Yeah, bam. Yeah. Another myth is that astrology is a one-size-fits-all kind of thing, which ignores the unique combination of placements that makes each person different. So that is like what we said. You're a Cancer, so you cry a lot, or I don't really know any other
Gemini, you're two-faced.
Yeah, Geminis. Everybody hates on Geminis. For what reason? I don't know.
Who knows?
But that's like one single part of your birth chart, and to be honest, a lot of people do not even really identify with their sun sign. I have a lot of friends who are like,
no, not me. Yeah,
I don't identify with that, like all of these traits, because it's only a sliver,
a smidging of your actual,
a sliver of the pie. You don't have to believe in everything, but it's an interesting concept that different planets have different vibrational and magnetic poles that impact us as human beings. You know, the moon controls the tides, and that's not like a woo-woo thing. That's like a scientific phenomenon. Happenstance. I don't know, but it's happening. Phenomenon. It's going on. So what I don't understand, like, I don't know if it's that big of a leap to be like, yeah, the other planets affect us. I think that you will find a lot of nurses, people who work in the emergency departments, they say when there's a full moon, people are a little extra kooky.
Oh my gosh, the craziest things happen.
So there's something to that. There's something to humongous pieces of like
rock
matter having an effect on us, because everything has a vibration and a positive negative pull to them. So and that's just my scientific explanation. My personal scientific explanation. Okay, I'm really excited, but I'm scared for this episode. Okay, now we're gonna take a journey. We're going to walk you through a little story, a little adventure story, okay? A Tea Tales and Talks fairy tale adventure, if you will, astrology version. Wow. Now the setup, we're going to be walking you through a beautiful, mystical fairy tale adventure. Whoever's listening to this, it's starring you. As we walk you through the story, we will pose a question. Actually, there's like 6 questions with a variety of answers and options to choose from. At the end, we will give you a little further explanation into what all of these things mean. Okay, what do you need for this fairy tale journey? This is the most helpful if you can find your birth chart. Now, if you don't know, you can go online, literally just Google birth chart, and you put in your information. I really like astrocharts.com. They've got a good setup, and I think they show you the like circle birth chart, and then they list the items, and you put that in by putting in your date of birth, month, day, year, and time if you know it. Now the time of your birth helps you figure out what your rising or ascension sign is. Listen, it's a lot, okay? Just
do your best.
Do your best. Or it could be a fun experiment to go through this whole thing, this whole choose your adventure story, and see if what your choices are align with what's actually in your birth chart. Like doing it the opposite way might be fun. Other than that, all you need is your ears and an open mind, maybe a pen and paper to help you follow along a little bit better, whatever you feel so called to do. And that's about it. I'm trying to paint a very vivid picture here, okay?
I love it.
And I'm excited for you too, and I want to know what you choose because I want to look this up after. Even for me, like
I know. I'm gonna highlight it as we go to see what my answers are, so that we can go back and we'll do it based on my birth chart. Birth.
So the adventure begins. Picture this. You wake up one lovely, soft, and bright morning in your little cottage sat sweetly in a grassy field overlooking the surroundings of forests and rivers and hills of the land, and quite pointedly, you decide today would be a wonderful day for an adventure. You take your time to get ready, watering the plants around your home, feeding whatever animals you keep as companions, and enjoying a morning tea, or coffee, or whatever you like. This is Tea Tales and Talks though, so. Taking your time to enjoy the beautiful warm sunlight in your comfy pajamas. Once you're ready, you make sure to put on your comfiest pair of shoes, as this is probably going to be a whole day affair. This reminds you, maybe you should pack a bag or a backpack to take along on this adventure. What is one thing you would most likely take with you? Okay, this is something that you most likely to take with you everywhere you go, something you don't care to hide, something you aren't really showing off either. It's just something that you almost like absent-mindedly would take with you. Yeah, something that you wouldn't even think twice about bringing along. Okay, here are your options. First, we have a lighter, a cashmere sweater, headphones, your favorite seashell, a hairbrush, a notebook planner, a sketchbook, a locket necklace, a thrifted compass, a vintage watch, an abstract ring, or a crystal. Whatever item you choose, you put it safely in your bag or on your person and finally set out on your adventure. You leave behind the small stone structure as you head down the path. As you're walking along the path, enjoying the nice weather, you say hello to your neighbors and pet the wild cat that hangs around the cottage. You keep on walking and walking. It seems like you've been walking for hours now, but when you check the time, it's been about 33 minutes. Regardless, you feel wonderful and are determined to enjoy this wonderful adventure, so you continue walking until you take a turn and are suddenly met with a fork in the path. Only now do you realize you don't actually know where you're going and you have no destination. And now in front of you sits different paths with different signs going in different directions.
Which destination are you choosing? Mountains Peak, 9 miles east. The Lush Garden, 2 miles south. In-town Market Square, 3 miles west. Gentle Seaside Beach, 7 miles north. The Grand Palace, 4 miles east. Peaceful Library, 5 miles south. Romantic Art Gallery, 6 miles west. The Hidden Forest, 11 miles north. The Faraway Kingdom, 9 miles east. The Stone Fortress, 4 miles south. The Stargazing Tower, 7 miles west. Or the Babbling Brook, 2 miles north.
You will notice that we're giving you 12 options, and that is for a specific reason. Stay tuned for that. Now that you have your destination, you can choose the corresponding path. In this magical fairy tale, all paths actually take the same amount of time, regardless of the distance. So here you go, on your way again. Walking along this new path, you look around and appreciate the scenery as you patter on.
Oh.
The path winds and turns and loops and then carries on, and somehow you still aren't tired. On your journey, you encounter many things, different flowers, interesting stones, creeks and valleys you haven't seen before. All in all, things are going swimmingly. You're positively distracted by this content feeling, while suddenly you feel something, some sort of presence. You turn every which way, but see nothing around you. Strange, you think. You brush off this weird feeling and continue on the walk. Slowly, the terrain turns from luscious green hills to cold, dark desolation. Your path forces you through the ever-troublesome moor, where most do not even dare to travel. You question if this is the right way, but alas, the destination requires you to go through it. As you walk along the rocky path in the eerie moor, you begin to feel something again. As swiftly as it came before, the strange presence returns, but this time you can feel it just behind you, making chills run over your body. As slowly as possible, you rotate your head to look over your shoulder, and suddenly, you are met with a glowing, wispy figure hovering above the ground. How do you react to this spectral visitor? Yell at the ghost for following you, stare at the ghost, Straight up ask the ghost what the ghost wants. Ask if the ghost needs help finding its way home. Raise your eyebrows at the ghost, then walk away. Analyze the way the ghost floats. Tell the ghost you like the way you can see through it. Glare at the ghost, you know it wants to scare you. Tell the ghost to leave you alone and then run away. Cross your arms, you aren't leaving until the ghost does first. Ask the ghost to join you on your adventure. Cry because you feel bad the ghost is a ghost. Whatever your reaction or feeling towards the ghost, the interaction doesn't last long. Soon it gently floats away and you are free to be on your way again. The rough and desolate terrain finally ends after some time and you are met again with the vibrant green vegetation you once were exploring.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. You continue a little while longer enjoying the returned warmness and sunlight. Your journey is taking a lot longer than you anticipated, and you feel yourself getting tired when you spot another fork in the road. Fork found in kitchen. I'm just kidding. This time, the path veers off in two directions, straight ahead or what seems to be a shortcut over a bridge. Naturally, you choose the shortcut. Sorry, you don't have a choice. As you approach the beautiful, winding, detailed, magical bridge, a little creepy troll jumps out from underneath it. The troll proceeds to tell you that you must solve his riddle to be able to cross the bridge.
What do you do next? Do you get annoyed or frustrated and push past the troll? Do you take your time to understand the riddle before solving it? Do you ask the troll to walk you through the riddle? Do you become annoyed and say the first answer that comes to mind? Do you analyze and double analyze before answering? Do you become torn between which answer you believe is correct? Do you offer the troll a riddle back? Do you make a joke and solve the riddle? Do you state the riddle and find the solution, simple as that? Do you solve the riddle in a new way and come up with a new answer? Do you visualize the riddle before finding the answer?
Whichever way you went about the interaction and solving the riddle, you make your way across the bridge. Thankfully, the path truly is a shortcut. You see a sign indicating your destination is only a short distance away. As you continue on your journey, you find yourself singing and humming out loud, stopping to pick flowers or toss a few rocks, and suddenly you realize you're starting to feel a little bit lonely on this journey. Even so, you are still determined to reach your destination as that is the purpose of this whole adventure. You continue on walking and walking and walking. Walking along a forested path, you stop in your tracks at the sound of a rustling bush. What could it be? Another ghost? A monster? Something worse? You tiptoe closer to the small wild berry bush and crouch down. You can hear small cries. Pushing past the leaves, you're surprised to find a little creature tangled up in the small branches. Your heart aches at the sight and you quickly help to free it. The little creature, exactly the little pet you have always wanted, looks up at you with sweet, adorable eyes. What kind of tiny creature did you help, and what do you say to it? This is kind of a fun one. Okay. Was it a ferret, okay, and you said, I'm perfectly fine on my own, but you can come along. A tortoise, and you tell it, I'll carry you with me, let's take our time. A parrot, and you said, your colors are so fun, let's go this way together. A miniature pig, and you tell it, you are so cute, I'll carry you in my bag for safety. A guinea pig, and you said, want to go somewhere amazing? Follow me. A little puppy, and you said, you can come with me, but don't trail off the path. A lovebird, and you said, you're so pretty, sing me a song as we continue down the path. A lizard, and you told it, you are mine and I am yours, let's go. A baby chick, and you said, you talk a lot, let's be friends, follow me. A bunny, and you told it, let's walk this path, not together, just in the same direction, side by side. A hedgehog, and you said, you're a prickly little one, aren't you? Let's find a way to pick you up and take you with me. Or was it a frog, and you said, you're a little out of place, I'll help you find a home. Whichever your little creature is, you take it with you as you continue on your journey. Over a couple more hills, through another forest, over a stream, and you're walking and walking and walking. You talk and laugh with your little companion and take in the scenery around you. When you get to the top of the last hill, you can see your destination on the horizon, just out of reach, but nearly there. The path is coming to an end soon, so you take this chance to pick up the pace. Excited to finally reach the final destination. You get closer and closer, now it's fully in view, but what's this? A huge boulder is in the way of the path. This is the only way, and it's blocked. What do you do?
What do you do? You have to get there now. Push the boulder away. Do you take a moment to consider and slowly navigate around the boulder? Do you argue with the boulder and ask your little companion for help? Do you cry because the boulder is in the way? Punch the boulder for being in the way. Do you eye the boulder angrily, push it away with all your strength? Do you calculate how to overcome this and squeeze your way past the boulder? Do you weigh out your options and decide to figure out how to get over the boulder? Do you punch at the boulder and take a breath and figure out how to move it? Are you excited at this new challenge? Do you scale the boulder and go up over it? Do you huff at the boulder and wait for it to move? Do you observe and ponder, carve a new path through the boulder? Or do you touch the boulder, see if you can move it and roll it to the side?
Whichever thing you do, the boulder is no longer an issue. Finally, you are able to reach your destination, and it's even better than you had imagined it. And you're so happy you chose to go on a new adventure. The end! Was that fun or was it boring?
No, it was cool.
Okay.
I'm thinking about my last answer. That's why I was...
Okay. This one, the last one is a little bit of a harder one. Mm-hmm. It really makes you think. What would you do? Slayer.
Okay.
Well, no, I wasn't lying when I said I did a lot of research, and
I know, I believe you.
Every single thing that we discussed has a meaning. And every question that I gave, every obstacle, every event, everything that happened in this story was with a purpose. Nothing was by accident.
Nothing was by accident.
Or just for fun. Everything had a reason. We're going to dissect this now, all right?
Are we going to use mine as a thing?
Sure, we can. So I did this based on if you know a little bit about astrology, you've probably heard of the phrase, your big three. And that usually refers to your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, those are like, knowing your zodiac sign is like step 1 of astrology. And then knowing your big three is probably step 2. Mm-hmm. We're dropping you guys into the deep end here, and we're going to step 3. And these things were based on your big 6, okay? A little step up. It's like half a step up, to be honest. So that it is your sun, moon, rising, Mars, Mercury, and Venus. Those are the ones that I chose. But you have like a bajillion other planets. Mm-hmm. Whatever planets are in our solar system, plus stars, constellations.
All the good stuff.
There's a lot of things, okay? This is just the basics. Now we get into dissecting what everything means. And this is kind of the exciting part. Hopefully you kept track of your answers for each of the questions. If you have to write it down, if you have to go back and listen again, do that. Come back to this. We're going to start with our first...
decision?
Yes.
The first choice. The first selection.
Yeah, our very first decision. It was the item that you brought with you on your adventure. Okay, and this represents your rising sign. Your rising sign or your ascendant, it's the zodiac constellation rising from the eastern horizon when you were born. This changes every 2-ish hours, so it's unlikely to have the same rising sign as somebody else who was born even on the exact day as you, unless you were born at the same time within the same 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Now, some people describe this as your mask, but really it's deeper than that. It can represent your values, how you see and interact with the world, and how the world perceives you. That's a really big thing. It's what people may notice about you before they actually know who you are. So the reason I chose rising sign first instead of sun sign is because this is the way that the world perceives you. Mm-hmm. So kind of the first glimpse at you is your rising sign. Now I'll go through our 12 little choices, the sign, and then the vibes associated with it. The explanation, basically.
It'll be the item, the sign, and then the characteristics.
Yes. Okay. First we have Aries, which was the lighter
Which
item.
is the one I picked, which is funny because that's not my right.
It's not your rising sign?
No.
So, characteristics of an Aries rising often associated with being excited, confident, and tempered. Then we have Taurus rising, which was the cashmere sweater option. This is associated with being stable, grounded, and materialistic. Then we have Gemini rising, which was the headphones option. This is associated with being curious, social, and scattered.
I'm a Gemini rising. Shocker. Guys.
Then we have Cancer rising, which was your favorite seashell. This is often associated with being caring, gentle, and overly emotional. Leo rising, which was the hairbrush, associated with being confident, joyful, and dramatic. Virgo rising, which was the notebook planner, often associated with being meticulous, practical, and also being a perfectionist. Libra rising was the sketchbook, often associated with being artistic, romantic, and flighty. And then Scorpio rising was the locket necklace, associated often with being intense, emotional, and secretive. I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm very intense.
I love it.
Sagittarius rising was the thrifted compass. This one's often associated with being adventurous, open, also impulsive. Capricorn rising was the vintage watch, associated with being mature, methodical, and stoic. Aquarius rising was the abstract ring. This one is usually having to do with being independent and unique, but also detached. Pisces rising was the crystal. That's associated with being empathetic, imaginative, also unrealistic at times. Now again, this is just basically your face forward into the world. And you will notice I included 2 positives and 1 negative because for all of them.
We all have them.
Because we all have ideal traits and a little bit less than ideal traits. Okay. Number 2, we had the place that you adventured to. So your final destination, the destination you chose. This place, the place that you chose, represents your sun sign or your star sign or your zodiac sign.
Your main one.
This is the sign in which the sun was when you were born. This is you, okay? This represents the core of you. This is why it is your final destination in the story, okay? Most people probably know their sun sign as their zodiac sign, but don't really know what it means, or they just have a stereotypical understanding of it. Your sun sign is, again, just a piece of the whole entire chart, but it is often associated with the big purpose or meaning of who you are. Whatever destination you picked may or may not reflect your sun sign. Okay.
Mine almost did, and then I switched it.
Yeah.
Like, I was debating between 2, and the other one was my...
I tried to make the options not too obvious, but they
Which
all...
rare.
But they mean... Okay, this one
Yeah.
is also very specific, so I kind of need you guys to bear with me. Okay, the first destination was Aries. It was the mountain's peak, 9 miles east. This was somewhere bold and powerful. Aries tends to be confident, but also impulsive. Their purpose is to lead. And the reason that I chose the east, west, south things was because
That
all
based
of the
on your
signs
things.
are associated with, like, air signs are associated with one of those, water with the other. So everything has...
Fire, east.
When I tell you it goes all the way to the top, I mean...
It's all connected.
It's all connected. Taurus was the lush garden, 2 miles south. Somewhere beautiful and grounded, Taurus tends to associate with stability and balance. Their purpose, to build and sustain. Then we have Gemini, which was the in-town market square, 3 miles west. Somewhere social and lively, Gemini tends to be communicative and curious, resisting settling down. Their purpose, to connect, share, and learn. Then we have Cancer, the gentle seaside beach, 7 miles north. Somewhere comforting and soft, Cancers seek home, safety, emotional security, and deep connection. Their purpose, nurture and protect.
Yeah, she does.
Fuck. Some of these are a little too real. Leo, the Grand Palace, 4 miles east. Somewhere grand and regal, Leo loves the spotlight, often confident, expressive, and charming. Their purpose, to inspire. Me and you beside each other, Grand Palace on the beach. And then Virgo, the peaceful library, 5 miles south, somewhere thoughtful and precise. Virgos tend to analyze, improve, and seek order and clarity. Their purpose, to refine and help. Libra, the romantic art gallery, 6 miles west, somewhere romantic and harmonious. Libra seeks balance, beauty, and meaningful relationships. Their purpose, connect and create harmony. Scorpio, the hidden forest, 11 miles north, somewhere covert and intense. Scorpio is private, emotional, and drawn to depth and transformation. Their purpose is to transform. Sagittarius, the faraway kingdom, 9 miles east, somewhere adventurous and expansive. Sagittarius seeks freedom, truth, and new experiences. Their purpose, explore and expand understanding. Capricorn, the stone fortress, 4 miles south, somewhere stable and unmoving. Capricorn is disciplined, responsible, and focused on achievement. Their purpose, mastery and building legacy. Aquarius, the stargazing tower, 7 miles west, somewhere different and visionary. Aquarius values individuality, innovation, and forward thinking. Their purpose, to innovate and challenge norms. Pisces, the babbling brook, 2 miles north, somewhere peaceful and dreamlike. Pisces is intuitive, emotional, and deeply imaginative. Their purpose, to feel, heal, and transcend. Now, none of these are set in stone, okay? Again, reiterating, this is just for fun.
We're just having...
Just have a good time.
fun.
This is more of a guiding light for you and your life. It also doesn't have to be 100% accurate because it's just one piece of the chart. So like Mackenzie said, she didn't pick the one, or she changed her answer. She didn't pick the one that aligns with her zodiac sign. I might not even pick the one that aligns with mine either, but that's okay because it's only one part of the puzzle. Next, we have our spooky ghost encounter.
Dun, dun, dun.
I had to add something spooky, okay?
Of
We are a
course.
spooky podcast.
Of course. Would not feel right if we didn't.
No. So, your spooky ghost encounter. The way that you react to this apparition represents your moon sign. The moon in your chart rules over your inner world, your emotions, and the way that you deal with things and react to things. This can often reflect the inner, hidden, deeper aspects of your personality. So, in general, this is a little bit of an explanation for your reactions in life and how you might handle a surprising encounter. So Aries moon was the option. Yell at the ghost for following you. Aries moon, this is just what it's associated with, okay? Being reactive, defensive emotions, confronts feelings head on and immediately. Okay? Taurus moon, stare at the ghost. Emotionally steady, slow to react, and grounded in response. So taking your time to see what's going on. Gemini moon, straight up ask what the ghost wants. This one usually processes emotions through talking, questioning, and understanding. Gemini in general is a sign of communication. It's linked to Mercury. I don't want to give too much away, but Geminis like to talk. And that is a stereotype that I will confirm right now.
I'm a Gemini moon.
And one of my best friends, and she can talk your ear off.
It's a good quality to have.
It's a good quality to have. None of these are bad things. No. That's also a thing to understand. We said this before. I think in a recent episode we said this, that everything in the world, everything in your life is neutral. It's just the way that you react to it, perceive it, interpret it, if it's going to be negative or positive. Okay, Cancer moon. Ask if the ghost needs help finding its way home. Cancer moons are deeply nurturing and protective. They respond with care and empathy. Leo moon. Raise your eyebrows at the ghost, then walk away. Emotionally self-aware, composed, and maintains pride in reactions. Leo, lion, pride. You get it? Virgo moon, analyze the way the ghost floats. Virgo moons analyze and rationalize emotions. They seek logic in feelings, which is kind of interesting. Libra moon, tell the ghost you like the way you can see through it. Keeps emotional harmony through charm, politeness, and soft or flirty responses. Something that is also a little bit stereotypical that you wouldn't really think about Libras. Libras are very flirty. They're very romantic. Scorpio moon. Glare at the ghost. You know it wants to scare you. Emotionally intense and perceptive, Scorpio moons see beneath the surface and are very intuitive.
Yeah.
Sagittarius moon. You tell the ghost to leave you alone and then run away. Sagittarius avoids heavy emotions, seeks freedom, and moves away from discomfort quickly. I'm a Sagittarius moon.
Love it.
Capricorn moon. Cross your arms. You aren't leaving until the ghost does first. Emotionally controlled, resilient, and refuses to be pushed or shaken. And I have, in all caps, stubborn. Aquarius moon. Ask the ghost to join you on your journey. Emotionally unconventional, approaches feelings in a detached but open-minded way. And then Pisces moon. Cry because you feel bad that the ghost is a ghost. Pisces moons are deeply sensitive and empathetic, absorb emotions, and feel compassion easily. And then we have the troll's riddle at the bridge, if you remember. The little creepy troll who wouldn't let you go over the bridge. The way in which you choose to respond to the troll and think about the riddle represents your Mercury sign. Mercury rules over your communication and thinking processes. It can represent how you receive, internalize, and figure out information, as well as how you communicate with others. So this was a good one. Aries Mercury, get annoyed or frustrated and push past the troll. For thinking is usually fast, impulsive, and action first. Communication is direct and blunt. Aries is a fire sign, and Aries is very fast moving and very quick, impulsive.
Yeah.
Taurus Mercury, take your time to understand the riddle before solving it. For thinking, slow, steady, practical. Communication is calm, measured, and consistent. Gemini Mercury, ask the troll to walk you through the riddle. Thinking is curious, adaptable, processed through dialogue, so talking it out. Communication is talkative, inquisitive, and quick. I think I'm a Gemini Mercury, but I don't relate to that.
No.
I do my stuff
Internally talking to yourself.
Yeah. Cancer Mercury,
This is me.
become annoyed and say the first answer that comes to mind. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yeah.
So thinking is usually emotionally influenced and reactive.
Yeah. Communication
Communication is sensitive, personal, and mood-based, but also intuitive.
Yeah.
Leo Mercury, boldly state the answer to the riddle. Thinking is deliberate, pride-driven, and you often want certainty. Communication is confident, expressive, and impactful. Being very sure of yourself. Virgo Mercury, analyze and double analyze before answering. Thinking is usually analytical, detail-focused, but can also come with overthinking. Communication is precise, careful, and critical. Libra Mercury, become torn between which answer you believe is correct. Thinking is usually balanced, comparative, and sees multiple sides or angles, and communication is diplomatic, engaging, and fair. Scorpio Mercury, offer the troll a riddle back. Thinking is deep, perceptive, and strategic, while communication is subtle, intense, and sometimes guarded. Sagittarius Mercury, make a joke and solve the riddle. Thinking is usually big picture, straightforward, or truth-seeking, and communication is blunt, honest, and enthusiastic. Capricorn Mercury, state the riddle, find the solution. Simple as that. Thinking is structured, strategic, and goal-oriented. Communication is clear, authoritative, and practical. Aquarius Mercury, solve the riddle in a new way and come up with a new answer. Thinking is usually innovative, abstract, and future-focused, while communication is typically unconventional, detached, or idea-driven. Pisces Mercury was visualize the riddle before finding an answer. So thinking is usually intuitive, imaginative, and fluid, while communication is gentle, indirect, and expressive. Then we have a little travel companion that you saved from the wild berry bush, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this one represents your Venus sign. Venus is associated with the way you love, what you value, and what is important. Also, how you experience pleasure and aesthetics. So this one shows how you would care for the little creature. And the animal that was each of the options is like the closest thing that I could find to be associated with each of the signs. So like I dug into like what kind of animals would be associated with each sign. Okay, now Aries Venus was the ferret, okay? Love independently and passionately, values freedom and excitement, shows care through bold, direct affection. Okay. Taurus Venus was the tortoise, loves slowly and steadily, values loyalty and comfort, shows care through consistency and physical presence. Gemini Venus was the parrot, loves playfully and curiously, values communication and variety, shows care through conversation and shared experiences. Cancer Venus, a miniature pig, loves deeply and protectively, values emotional security and closeness, shows care through nurturing and protection. Leo Venus loves boldly and generously and values admiration and joy, shows care through warmth and grand gestures.
That's me.
That's cute. Is that your Venus?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
cute.
Leo.
Wait, I forget. Oh, mine is Taurus. Slow, steady, loyalty, comfort, physical presence, consistency.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a fucking tortoise, man.
Yeah. I'm a guinea pig.
Aww.
We are the Wonder
You can ride on my
Pets.
back.
We're the Wonder Pets.
Wonder Pets. Wonder Pets. Aw. Virgo Venus, a little puppy, loves thoughtfully and attentively and values reliability and improvement, shows care through guidance and helpfulness. Libra Venus, a lovebird, loves. Also, Venus is ruled by two signs, and those two signs are Libra and Taurus. So when you have your Venus in either Libra or Taurus, it's kind of ideal because its planet is really comfy in those signs. That's the best way I can explain that. Okay, Libra Venus loves romantically and harmoniously, values beauty and partnership, shows care through affection and connection. Scorpio Venus was the lizard. Loves intensely and possessively, values loyalty and depth, shows care through emotional bonding and devotion. Sagittarius Venus was a baby chick. Loves freely and playfully, and values adventure and honesty, shows care through fun and shared exploration. Capricorn Venus, a bunny, loves cautiously and steadily, values respect and long-term stability, shows care through quiet commitment. Aquarius Venus, a hedgehog, loves uniquely and thoughtfully, values individuality and acceptance, shows care through understanding differences. Pisces Venus was a frog, loves compassionately and selflessly, values empathy and emotional connection, shows care through kindness and healing. This one is also interesting because Venus also rules your aesthetics. So if you look up like Pisces Venus aesthetic, it might be like whatever design style you like. It might be the way you like to decorate your house. It might be whatever knickknacks you have. It might be your style.
I gotta look that up.
That's also just a little fun one. Okay, lastly, but not least importantly, we have the boulder. I like your boulder.
I like your boulder.
And what you do in reaction to said boulder. Now, the boulder, this one represents your Mars sign. And Mars is an interesting one because it reflects your passion and desire and basically what dictates your actions. So it's kind of your motivation, your drive, the passion behind the things that you do. This also can show how you handle conflict in your life, but mainly your reactions and actions in the face of challenges or situations that elicit intense emotions.
You're gonna laugh when you hear mine.
So the boulder is a very irritating challenge, right? The boulder is in the path and it's the only way this path is the only way. You can't go under it. You can't go over it. Uh-oh, what do you do? Well, the first option, Aries Mars. You have to get to your destination immediately, so you push the boulder away. Your drive is often urgent, action first. Your reaction is impulsive and forceful, acts with bold, immediate energy. Then we have Taurus Mars, taking a moment to consider the boulder and navigating around it. Drive is steady and patient. Reactions are calm but stubborn, acts with persistence and caution. Gemini Mars, argue with the boulder and then ask for help. Drive, mentally active. Reactions, restless and talkative, acts through communication and adaptability. Cancer Mars, cry because the boulder is in the way, and then punch the boulder for being in the way. Yeah.
So this is mine.
Drive, emotionally fueled. Reaction, sensitive and defensive, acts based on shifting feelings.
You know, there may have been some times in my life where that is the the instance, and cannot deny it.
Leo Mars, eye the boulder angrily, push it away with all of your strength. Drive is prideful and bold. Reactions, dramatic and passionate, acts with confidence and intensity. Leo is also fire, so rawr. Virgo Mars, calculate how to overcome this and then squeeze your way past the boulder. Drive is precise and problem-solving oriented. Reactions, controlled and analytical. Acts with strategy and efficiency. Libra Mars, weigh your options and then figure out how to get over the boulder. Drive is balanced and thoughtful. Reactions are hesitant but fair. Acts through consideration and decision-making. Scorpio Mars, punch the boulder, then take a breath, then figure it out. Drive is intense and determined. Reactions are controlled but powerful. Acts with strategy and inner strength. Sagittarius Mars, excited at this new challenge, scale the boulder up and over. Drive is adventurous and optimistic. Reactions, enthusiastic and fearless. Acts through exploration and risk-taking. I'm a Sagittarius Mars, and I do not relate to this.
That's crazy.
Even a little ounce.
That's crazy.
So there's that. I'm just telling you. See, not everything's gonna fit. Capricorn Mars, huff at the boulder and wait for it to move on its own. Drive is disciplined and enduring and stubborn. Reactions, restrained and patient. Stubborn! Again. Acts with timing and long-term focus.
Yep.
Aquarius Mars, observe and ponder and then carve a new path. Drive is unconventional and innovative. Reactions are detached but inventive. Acts by changing the system. Pisces Mars, touch the boulder and see if it'll move around a little. Drive is intuitive and fluid. Reactions are gentle and adaptable. Acts through feeling and subtle influence. Let us know if any of these were right for you, and if your personality aligns with these things, or if you chose your placements without even knowing them. While I was doing this, I was trying not to be too biased, of all of mine, I want them to be good, fun ones. And then as I was going through, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't sound like me at all. I don't relate to this at all. But it's not about, you can't look at things by each placement. It's okay to look at one and understand it, but you have to look at the whole picture of all of the aspects to kind of get an understanding. Because maybe the way that you think and process things, your Mercury, the way it works with your Mars sign, the way that you react to things is the combination is closer to who you are than just as an individual.
It's separate of them.
Blanket statement, basically. Okay, I will say one more thing. This is I probably should have added this in the beginning, what the zodiac signs are. I went into this thinking you guys already have a basic understanding of what zodiac signs are and whatever, but there are different elements associated with the signs. And I'm saying zodiac signs for simplicity, but they are sun sign, your sun sign, or your star sign. I personally like star sign because the sun is a star. The sun is also a star. So in general, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, those are fire signs. This is important to know. If you know about the element of fire, it has to do with passion and emotion and quickness. And then we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those are earth signs. Now, earth is kind of, well, no pun intended, but pun intended, grounded, a little more chill, also a little stubborn. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's earth, okay? Green. Okay. Then we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Those are air signs. Air signs are usually associated with like intellectual things, like with your brain and your mind, and also like free flowing energy, because air and wind, you know, you get the vibes. And then we have Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Those are our water signs. I'm a Cancer. And water is all about emotions, okay? That is the basis of those signs. That's just breaking it down just a little bit more. If you have no idea what zodiac signs are, that's what they are. And now all of the zodiac signs have like general blanket statement, stereotypical aspects associated with them. We don't need to get into that. Anyways, the rest of this will explain a little bit more in depth, but yeah, that's just like in general, the vibes of the signs. So this is true for not just your sun sign, but for all of the other, these are just the signs, okay?
Yep.
Because the signs are different than the planet. Each of these things are respectively have their own meanings and associations and symbols and whatever. So going a little deeper, there's also some signs that are a little bit more comfortable in certain signs, or planets that are more comfortable in certain signs. Like, I know that Venus is ruled by Taurus and Libra, and I know that Mercury is ruled by Gemini. So that's kind of interesting because Mercury is the planet of thinking and processing and talking and stuff, and Gemini is also air sign, thinking about,
communication and all that stuff.
And now we could, I won't, don't worry, I won't. But like each of the planets and each of the signs, they also have like colors associated with them, whether they are feminine or masculine energy. And like we talked about before, that doesn't mean boy or girl, it means positive or negative energy. And also that doesn't mean good or bad, it just means
yin yang balance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's so much into it. And this was just covering basically the big six, like I said. And
in a fun way. And if maybe you don't relate to any of those things, and that's fine. That's A-okay. Maybe you relate to all of them. That's kind of cool. That is awesome.
It's honestly, if it resonates with you, then that's great. And if it doesn't, that's fine. It doesn't have to. Now, we also want you to remember that this was just a super basic, brief dive into astrology. And like I said a million times, there's so many layers to it. But if you take away anything from this, just remember that you are not one single sign, and signs do not dictate your life. There's an important saying about astrology that I very much agree with. It provides an explanation, not an excuse. So it can explain some things, maybe about behavior or like thinking processes or reactionary processes, but you can't use that as an excuse. You can't say my Mars is in Sagittarius, so I killed somebody.
I did it because my Mars.
No, that's not.
Don't blame it on your Mars.
Don't work like that. No. Obviously, people are multifaceted and deeply dense and complex. The concept of astrology just helps to better understand who you are, but this is just one tiny piece of the puzzle. I think it's also almost like another way similar to decoding dreams and stuff. It's just getting to know yourself better. So you don't need to use this as like, if you don't meet every single one of these points, like you don't need to. It's just you take what resonates with you, what you can apply to yourself, and maybe you discover some things that you didn't realize about yourself. Maybe some things start to click, like, wow, I do this, or this is the way that I think about things, or oh wow, I do have a habit of acting this way. Again, just a little hint of an explanation. But I've also heard people say, like, astrology in of itself, that is like one one thing. That's not even part of the whole picture. Like, oh my god, when it goes all the way to the top and to the bottom through
It's
both
all
sides,
over.
it's just
And over on the left side and over on the right side.
yeah, and then loops back around and does it again.
Front and back.
I've heard some people say there's also like numerology also plays a role into you and like everything, like the date of your birth, the year, you know. But I heard somebody a long time ago say that even like the placement of the day of your birthday in relation to like holidays and stuff in the year plays a role into who you are, like your personality and who you are as a person. So like some people who are their birthday's closer to Halloween, maybe they have certain traits. My birthday is my eye is twitching, okay? Smack dab in the middle between 2 Independence Days. Maybe that has an effect on my personality. If somebody's birthday is close to Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
everybody knows a close to Valentine's Day person. Okay, we won't say anything about that.
But
So even just this, like what we talked about is one sliver in another sliver of the whole
pie.
of the big hole
Frickin'
of the
pie.
universe. Getting into the universe's hole, okay? Okay. Deeply dense into the universe's hole. Okay. Now, please leave us a comment if any of these placements made sense for you or if they were totally off. Like, we want to hear both sides. If you relate or you absolutely don't relate. We want to know if you believe in this stuff or you don't believe in this stuff. Personally, I identify most with my rising sign and my sun sign, but I can sometimes see aspects of my moon sign and Mars sign because my sun and my rising are water signs, but my Mars and my moon are fire signs. So I've got a lot of conflicting energies within myself.
Girl, I hear you.
And I feel that sometimes one placement can be stronger for you than other placements. Obviously, everybody's unique. Some people identify with their sun sign the most. Maybe they identify with their Venus sign the most, and that's what they lead their life with. And that's, you know, everyone's unique. Whatever floats your boat, okay? And I just want to say thank you for joining us on this astrology adventure journey. It was kind of a long one. It was a little confusing, maybe. Hopefully it was fun.
Thanks for tagging along with us.
Yeah, hopefully you learned something. And this was a different episode for sure.
Definitely a different format for us, so let us know how you liked it.
I thought it was kind of fun.
Switching it up, keeping you guys on your toes.
Oh, yeah. Always keeping you on your toes. Never let them know your next move. Now, if you have any of your own spooky, witchy, or paranormal stories, or astrological stories, or advice, or facts that you think we should know, we want to hear them, okay? You can send your stories to ttalestalks@gmail.com or send them to us through our spooky story submissions form in our link tree.
And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast and share it with a fellow Twitchy Witchy. You can also find us on Instagram at ttalestalks to keep up to date with what we're doing and whenever a new episode drops.
Until we meet again, our Twitchy Witchy friends, stay spooky and
Don't let your tea get cold. Astro fabulous, my girl.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.